Hello and welcome to the Blanco installation guide for the unit hot and filter. Today, we will show you in detail how to install the unit hot and filter and how it guarantees filtered and boiling hot water in the kitchen. First, we would ask that you please pay attention to the safety instructions throughout the installation process to ensure your own safety. Please check the cabinet dimensions and the location of supply and wastewater connections at the start of the installation process. Compare these dimensions with the information in the installation instructions. Now let's start with the first step in the installation process, the Evol S Pro Hot and Filter Mixer Tap. First, please remove the mixer tap and the fastening parts from the first package. Depending on the type of sink installation, the mixer tap is either installed in the worktop or, ideally, in the sink in advance before being inserted into the worktop. In this case, the bowl has already been installed. First, carefully insert the hoses, then the cables, and then the mixer tap through the hole in the worktop. The stabilization triangle comes as standard, but is only required for the installation of stainless steel sinks. You will need the fastening parts in this order to screw the mixer tap in tightly. Now roughly align the mixer tap and screw in the fastening parts. Before screwing them fully in place, check the alignment again. Rinse the angle valves before installing the mixer tap. Use a hose to avoid splashing water. In the next step, we will demonstrate how to install the Select 2 compact waste system, which is perfectly coordinated to work with the hot unit. Please unpack all the required parts from the Select 2 compact package. Before you start installing the Select 2, you should determine the thickness of the cabinet wall. This can be between 16 and 19 millimeters thick. We also recommend that you carefully check the cabinet dimensions and the required space for the Select 2 system. First, assemble the side panels so that the thickness information for the cabinet walls is facing forwards. Then attach the rails with the countersunk head screws. When this is done, you can now proceed to assemble the front. To do this, you must measure the midpoint of the front. The arrows on the metal brackets must point outwards. Place the mounting plates on the frame from below so that the arrows on the mounting plates point outwards. Now you can screw the Select 2 compact frame to the front. The Select 2 compact is now ready to be hooked onto the rails. Please adjust the frame and check the distances to the left and right if necessary. When this is done, you can pull the Select drawer with the front out again. Note: always ensure cleanliness during installation. The hot components are now installed in the base cabinet, including the control box, safety group, filter, and hot water boiler. To mount the filter, the correct position of the filter should first be measured and marked. Please refer to the installation instructions for the exact dimensions. There shouldn't be any conflict with the waste system or sink. All connections should remain accessible. Before attaching the filter head to the bracket, please screw the 90-degree angles to the head. We recommend affixing the enclosed sticker to the filter head before installation. Now, attach the filter head according to the direction of flow. Attach the T-piece with the strainer seal to the cold water connection. Connect the filter head with the T-piece through the marked cold water hose. You can attach the blue flexible hose of the mixer tap to the upper connection of the T-piece either before or after mounting the T-piece. When doing so, check that a strainer seal has been inserted into the hose connection. Now the red flexible hose of the mixer tap can be mounted on the hot water angle valve. A strainer seal must also be inserted into the hose connection here. Before attaching the safety pack, attach the 90-degree angle to the safety pack. Then measure the position of the control box. The control box can be mounted there. Use this to determine the positioning of the safety pack. The control box can be removed again thanks to the Velcro fasteners to make it easier to attach the bracket. Before inserting the safety pack into the bracket, please connect it to the intended flexible hose and the wastewater hose. Connect the supply hose for the boiler to the 90-degree angle of the safety pack and place the boiler to the rear of the base cabinet. The control box can then be reinstalled in position. Now use the supplied hose to connect the safety pack to the control box according to the installation instructions. Connect the remaining lines from the filter head and from the boiler to the control box. The power supply unit of the control box can now be connected to the socket. Now connect the odor trap of the waste kit. The trap is available separately from the Blanco online shop. You can now also attach the wastewater hose, which is already mounted to the safety pack, to the odor trap. The outlet for the safety pack must be at least 5 cm above the connection due to the slope, and the connection must be above the wastewater outlet in the wall. Now screw the filter cartridge into the filter head. To start up the mixer tap, rinse it first. This works as follows. Please open both angled valves fully. Now we go back to the mixer tap. Please remove the jet regulator insert from the shower head of the mixer tap. A key for this purpose is included with the mixer tap. Flush the pipe and mixer tap thoroughly for at least 20 seconds, both with warm and cold water. Turn off the water again and reinstall the jet regulator insert. Please be aware that the boiler should not yet be connected to the power supply and will not be connected at this stage. You can now set the filter quantity on the control box. You can now flush the mixer tap with approx 10 liters of water in filter mode. To properly fill up the boiler for the first time, switch the mixer tap to the boiling hot water mode and run the water without connecting the boiler to the power supply. Meanwhile, check the tightness of the components in the base cabinet. You can now connect the boiler to the power supply and switch it on. We recommend that you always have cable ties at hand so that the hoses in the base cabinet can be run neatly without getting jammed. Once the select front is inserted, the installation of the unit hot and filter is successfully complete. We hope you enjoy using the Blanco unit hot and filter with round-the-clock boiling hot water.